Welcome to Esoteric Recap. In New York City, a stray cat is captured by a man working for Quitters, Inc., a self-help firm specializing in smoking cessation. Meanwhile, Richard, a smoker, is brought to the firm by a friend who assures him, "These guys will change your life." At his first session, Counselor Vinnie Donati demands Richard surrender his cigarettes, theatrically crushing them on his desk. Richard dismisses the approach as crude, but Donati unveils the real method. He draws back a curtain, revealing a white room where a cat eats from a small bowl. Donati flips a switch, electrifying the floor. The cat jumps and writhes in pain until Donati cuts the power. He explains that the association of pain with eating could eventually cause the cat to starve. The demonstration is a grim metaphor for Richard's upcoming treatment. Donati warns that Richard will be under constant surveillance for a month. If he smokes, the consequences won't fall on him but on his loved ones. The punishments escalate, shocking his wife, beating him and his family, and if he fails completely, his own death. Troubled, Richard tries to resist temptation. Late one night, he nearly lights a cigarette in his home office but hears a noise in the closet. Although unsure if anyone is inside, he nervously declares he hasn't smoked. The next morning, muddy footprints leading out of the closet confirm he's being watched. Richard stays clean for several days but falters when stuck in traffic. Finding an old pack of cigarettes, he ducks below the dashboard to smoke. Glancing up, he notices one of Donati's men smirking at him from a nearby car. Panicked, Richard rushes home to find his wife missing. Donati calls, ordering Richard to return to Quitters, Inc., where he finds his wife trapped in the electrified room. Despite Richard's desperate attempt to save her, Donati's men subdue him and force him to watch her being shocked. To Richard's surprise, his wife later forgives him, understanding the extreme measures were taken for their family's sake, including their special needs child. Months later, cigarette-free Richard gets another call from Donati. This time, the problem is weight gain, a common side effect of quitting smoking. Donati prescribes illegal diet pills, joking about the consequences of failure, his wife losing a finger. By their next meeting, Richard has managed his weight. During a celebratory dinner with the friend who introduced him to Quitters, Inc., Richard raises a toast to the program's success. However, he notices something unsettling. His friend's wife is missing her little finger. In Atlantic City, a wealthy businessman named Kressner watches a stray cat, recently escaped from Quitters, Inc., attempt to cross a chaotic, traffic-filled street. Despite causing a minor car crash, the cat makes it across safely, impressing Kressner, who decides to keep it as his pet. Elsewhere in the city, Johnny Norris, a tennis instructor, is ambushed and beaten by two of Kressner's thugs. They drag him to Kressner's luxurious penthouse, where the businessman reveals he knows about Johnny's affair with his wife. Kressner presents Johnny with three grim options: enter into years of servitude under Kressner and abandon his wife, attempt a death-defying walk around the building on a 5-inch wide ledge 300 feet above the ground for his freedom, and a chance to be with her, or face a fabricated drug charge with heroin planted in his car. Reluctantly, Johnny chooses the ledge. Over the next 3 harrowing hours, he navigates the perilous perimeter of the building, battling strong winds, sheer drops, and his own fear. Adding to the ordeal, Kressner taunts him mercilessly, honking a horn from an opposite penthouse window and laughing at his struggle. At one point, a pigeon pecks at Johnny's ankle, nearly causing him to fall. When he pauses for safety in the window well of another penthouse, Kressner sprays him with a fire hose, threatening to knock him off the ledge entirely. Johnny eventually reaches the balcony outside Kressner's penthouse, pulling himself to safety. But before he can savor his victory, he is seized by Kressner's henchman, Tony, who holds him at gunpoint. Kressner, feigning honor, brings out a bag of money as promised. Yet when he kicks the bag toward Johnny, a severed head, Kressner's wife's, rolls out, revealing the businessman's gruesome betrayal. Tony prepares to shoot. The cat trips him, causing the gun to fall. Taking advantage of the chaos, Johnny grabs the weapon, shoots Tony, and turns it on Kressner. The terrified businessman offers Johnny millions of dollars in exchange for his life, but Johnny rejects the deal. Instead, He proposes a new wager. Kressner must walk the same ledge. The scene shifts to Kressner reluctantly inching along the ledge, clinging to the building's edge. He manages to navigate the first corner, but when he reaches the section where pigeons roost, one begins pecking at his ankle. In a panic, Kressner kicks at the bird but loses his balance. He plummets to the street below, his fall witnessed silently by the cat, now free and watching from afar. The cat finds his way to a quiet suburban neighborhood in Wilmington, North Carolina, hitching a ride on a delivery truck. There, he is discovered by a young girl named Amy, who instantly adores him and names him General. However, Amy's mother is less than thrilled, warning her daughter that cats can steal a young girl's breath while she sleeps. Despite her protests, Amy insists on keeping General. As Amy sleeps, a small grotesque troll emerges from a hole in the baseboard. The troll attempts to climb onto Amy's bed, but General senses the danger and springs into action. A fierce scuffle ensues, with General managing to drive the troll back into its hole, which seals shut behind it. Startled by the noise, Amy's parents rush into the room. Her mother, seeing the mess, immediately blames General, accusing the cat of attacking Amy. Amy tries to explain about the troll, but her parents dismiss her story as a nightmare. The next day, while Amy is at school, her mother traps General in a pet carrier and takes him to the pound, claiming the cat is dangerous. Amy is heartbroken when she returns home and learns what her mother has done. At the pound, General narrowly escapes being euthanized, managing to slip out of his cage and flee back to Amy's house. That night, in Amy's bedroom, the troll reappears, crawling out from the baseboard once more. This time it wedges the door shut with a small block to prevent anyone from interrupting. It climbs onto Amy's bed and begins using dark magic to steal her breath, causing her to struggle for air in her sleep. Just as the troll seems poised to succeed, General bursts into the room, having climbed down the chimney shaft. General immediately attacks the troll, and another intense battle unfolds. The two creatures clash violently, knocking over furniture and scattering belongings. Eventually, General corners the troll on Amy's small record player. With a swipe of his paw, he starts the turntable, spinning the troll in circles. General then switches the speed to 78 RPM, and the troll, unable to hold on, is flung across the room into the spinning blades of a fan. The gruesome battle ends with the troll mutilated. Amy's parents, who had been frantically trying to open her bedroom door, finally break in after the troll's wedge is dislodged. At first, her mother is furious to see Amy cradling General, but the evidence quickly speaks for itself. Amy points to the broken fan and the troll's remains. Her father examines the tiny dagger and a severed arm, his disbelief slowly giving way to astonishment. Bewildered, Amy's mother tells her never to speak of the troll outside their family. Amy takes the opportunity to ask if General can stay, and her mother, now convinced of the cat's loyalty and bravery, reluctantly agrees. Later that night, General curls up in bed with Amy and her parents. Amy wakes briefly, sees her hero by her side, and cuddles him tightly. Like and subscribe for more notifications. Thanks for watching.